I recently joined Lurkit.gg. If you're a content creator, big or small, I 100% recommend it. Within Lurkit, I was offered a Steam key for Island Paradise. I initially left this message on read and headed on over to Steam to check out what Island Paradise was all about. I noted that Island Paradise is in early access, checked out the promo video, looked at the screenshots, and read the blurb before heading down to the reviews. One review by JB caught my eye. JB explains the game is combat free, while looting and building are the main tasks. JB at the time of their review had played 36 hours of gameplay, but right now they have almost played for 400 hours. The final thing I noted from the review was the game is being developed by a solo developer named Marius. Back to Lurkit I went and requested a code. So what is Island Paradise? Island Paradise is a survival game. As you start your first game, you spawn in on a small island and the sun is rising. My first impression was how good the game looks. The landscape looks great. The game doesn't have a tutorial, but works how you expect crafting and survival games should. Resources are plentiful. You'll easily find stone, branches, scrap iron and food, such as tomatoes and potatoes, which can be eaten without any preparation. The on-screen UI shows health, stamina, hunger and thirst. As far as I can tell, there isn't anything that can hurt you in the game, so the health bar doesn't ever seem to be affected. But you are wise to keep your eye on both your hunger and thirst, as even with inactivity, these will go down over time. With regards to crafting and tools, you can make a lot of things via the crafting menu on your character. If you craft a tool handle, tool head and rope, you can craft yourself basic tools such as a stone axe or stone pickaxe. If you inspect each item on the crafting menu, it indicates the use, the recipe and the crafting time. You are able to queue multiple items as long as you have the parts in your inventory. And once you have crafted these tools, they need to be equipped on your character to allow you to use them. Tools do have a lifetime and will break, needing to be replaced. Along with resources, you will also occasionally stumble upon treasure. You can loot this treasure and unpack it within your inventory. I believe the treasure can later be sold in the game, however I haven't yet unlocked this feature. The objective of the first island seems to be to introduce you slowly to the game mechanics. Your main task, apart from to survive, is to construct a rope bridge over to the next island. This can be completed fairly quickly with items you can craft on the crafting menu. Island 2, Simon's Island, is a lot bigger than the first and made up of abandoned farmland and wooden huts, one of which is called Simon's Trader. This is the island I have made it to. Simon's Island introduces you to both farming and trading for the in-game currency, happiness. This currency is needed to buy the bridge parts in order to move on to the next island. There is a choice of two ways off of Simon's Island, and I'm currently working my way over to William's Island. Simon's Island introduces you to new resources such as sand, hay and scrap glass. This island also introduces you to the farmhouse workshop as well as the farming workbench. This unlocks new crafting options. You can't place these options exactly where you want. There are predetermined locations for you to place your fields, wells, greenhouses and etc. Simon's Island also introduces you to the upgrade function. With a bit of island exploration, you're able to craft and upgrade Simon's Trader. Without this turning into a how-to, I do have a few tips. Be sure to explore the whole of each island when you reach them. I missed a key location on Simon's Island. In your personal crafting menu, take note that there are two types of firewood. One crafted from small wood logs, the other from branches. I didn't spot this to start with, and didn't know what to do with all the branches I was carrying. Although you have no enemies, be careful of large falls, and do keep an eye on both your hunger and thirst. I've been preoccupied during farming and starved to death twice. Ensure you actually turn on any resource generators when you want to use them. And finally, choose a building in which to set up base. Build a primitive bed to allow you to respawn at this location. You'll need this if you ever starve or accidentally walk off the end of your bridge. Along with playing Island Paradise, I've also joined the official Island Paradise Discord, on which Marius, the game creator, is the administrator. There, the community share ideas and small bugs. Marius shares regular status of updates. And talking of updates, there have been at least 2 updates since I started playing on the 27th of May. Which is great, it means the game is getting bigger and better. To summarise my experience, I've enjoyed playing Island Paradise. I find it a great game to chill out to, farming, building and upgrading as I make my way to the next island. At the time of scripting this video, I spent 21 hours playing the game, and I know I will add to this. The game looks great, and the sounds are simple but effective, and for a title and early release, it has a lot to do already. And I know from being on the Discord server that multiplayer is in testing. That being said, my only gripe is the selling price. Currently on Steam, the game is £16.75, and on the Epic Games Store, the game is £15.09. This feels a little too much for a game in early access. However, as I said before, the game is regularly being updated, so maybe we won't have to wait too long for full release. Be sure to check out the links in the description to both the Steam and Epic Games Store page, along with a link to the official Island Paradise Discord server. If you do check out the game, let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next video.